So let's talk about something you've probably seen all over the internet. These miracle salts that promise to fix everything, especially nerve pain. They show up in these beautiful pink crystals, or they have these exotic, mysterious names. But do they actually work? Today we're going to cut through all that marketing noise and find out what's real. Let's dig in.
And this is the million-dollar question, right? We see these claims everywhere, that a simple spoonful of some special salt can solve a really complex medical problem like neuropathy. It just sounds way too good to be true, doesn't it? So we're going to put it to the test using actual science and data as our guide.
First up, the big one, the most famous of them all, Himalayan pink salt. I mean, you can't deny it. It looks gorgeous, it sounds so natural and pure, and it's marketed as this superfood alternative to regular old table salt. It's pretty much everywhere now, from kitchens to Instagram.
Then there's this more mysterious one, Chenin salt. This name tends to pop up in ads and articles that are aimed squarely at people dealing with diabetes and nerve pain. The whole vibe is ancient wisdom and powerful, secret results.
And finally, you've got this one, the viral neurosalt pink salt trick. Now, this one's clever because it doesn't even sound like a product you buy. It sounds more like a secret life hack, you know? Some simple thing you do in the morning that's going to magically repair your nerves. So let's put all three of these under the microscope.
Okay, but before we can really bust these myths, we have to get on the same page about the facts. To figure out if any of these special salts are the real deal, we first need to understand what salt and sodium are and what they actually do in our bodies.
Let's get this crystal clear because people mix these terms up all the time. The Calgary Neuropathy Association explains it perfectly. Salt is the crystal itself, sodium chloride. Sodium is the nutrient inside that salt that our body uses, and we absolutely need it. Sodium is a key player in making sure our nerves can talk to each other. But, and this is a huge but, it's all about balance. Too much is a big problem.
And here's where things get interesting. The average American is consuming about 3,400 milligrams of sodium every single day. Just let that number sink in for a second.
Now look at this. The recommended daily limit is 2,300 milligrams. But where are most of us actually at? All the way up at 3,400. That's nearly 50% more sodium than we should be getting. And this is super important to remember, because any claim about a health product that involves adding salt to your diet has to be considered against the fact that most of us are already way over the limit.
All right, now that we've got the basics down, let's circle back to our number one suspect, Himalayan pink salt. We're about to put its biggest marketing claims to the test.
This is the pitch, right? You've heard it a million times. It's healthier, it's lower in sodium, and it's this superfood just packed with all these good-for-you minerals. I mean, it sounds fantastic. But is any of it actually true?
Let's just look at the hard numbers. Forget the marketing for a second. According to WebMD, 1 teaspoon of regular table salt has about 2,300 milligrams of sodium. Okay, so 1 teaspoon of that beautiful Himalayan pink salt, it has about 2,200 milligrams. The difference is basically nothing. So that whole low sodium claim, yep, that's just scientifically false.
Okay, so what about it being packed with minerals? Well, yeah, it technically does have trace amounts of minerals like potassium and magnesium. But the key word there is trace. The concentration is so incredibly low that to get enough of those minerals to actually benefit your health, you'd have to eat a toxic and very likely lethal amount of sodium. So, long story short, that claim is completely busted.
Okay, so pink salt is basically just pretty salt. But what about the other two? Well, this is where our investigation takes a really sharp turn. Seriously, get ready, because things are not at all what they seem.
Let's tackle that exotic one next. We've seen it marketed all over for helping with diabetes and nerve pain. So what is Chinnen salt? Is it from a special mine somewhere? Is it processed using some ancient technique? What's the deal?
And here is the first big reveal. According to Healthline, Chinnen salt isn't salt at all. It has literally nothing to do with the sodium chloride you put on your food. It's a supplement made from berberine, which is an herbal compound from the Chinese gold thread plant. It's used in traditional Chinese medicine. The name salt just refers to its chemical form, not its use in your kitchen. It's a totally different product, just with a really confusing name.
Okay, wow, that was a big twist. So what about that viral trick, the neurosalt pink salt trick? I mean, come on, it has pink salt right there in the name. It has to be related to salt, right?
And here we go again. Reveal number 2. Neurosalt is simply a brand name for a supplement. And get this, according to a Globe Newswire report on the product, it contains 0 actual salt. None. The whole pink salt trick thing is just a catchy marketing phrase. It's not what's in the bottle. So, if it's not salt, what is in it? A blend of botanical ingredients. We're talking passion flower, marshmallow root, cordalis, prickly pear, and California poppy seed. These are all herbs and plants, not minerals from a salt mine. This is a completely different approach to nerve health, just deceptively packaged under the salt trend.
Okay, so we've just pulled back the curtain on some seriously misleading marketing. Let's pivot and talk about what actually works. If these so-called miracle salts aren't the answer, what is? Let's turn to the real, evidence-based playbook for managing neuropathy.
So what's the number one defense? According to the American Academy of Family Physicians, the single most effective way to prevent or slow down diabetic neuropathy is strict blood sugar management. Getting that glycemic control, keeping your A1C around that 7% mark can reduce the risk of symptoms by as much as 60% for some people. Prevention really is the best medicine here. Now, for people who are already living with painful neuropathy, doctors follow a very clear, systematic plan. It's a really responsible approach. First, they rule out any other possible causes. Second, they address other risk factors like high blood pressure or vitamin deficiencies. Third, they work with the patient to set realistic goals. And only then, as a fourth step, do they start treatment with a combination of medications and non-medical therapies. And what do those medical treatments actually look like? Well, this is what evidence-based care is all about. You've got first-line therapies, which include medications like duloxetine or pregabalin. If those don't work or have side effects, doctors might move to second-line options, which can be other medications or even topical things like lidocaine. Now, take a good look at this list. What do you not see? Right, no pink salt, no Chichen salt, and no other miracle salt. We have covered a lot of ground here, from the mountains of Pakistan to the pages of medical journals. So let's just boil all of this down to one final crucial grain of truth. The key takeaway here isn't just about salt. It's about a much bigger question. In a world that is just saturated with wellness trends and miracle cures, your best defense is being an informed consumer. The miracle isn't hiding in a special kind of salt. It's in understanding the science, questioning the marketing, and working with professionals to follow strategies that are actually proven to work. That is how you separate the science from the salt.